Hey guys, welcome back to ADP Art Creations. How you guys doing today? Look who I got in the house today. Can you introduce yourself?
Hi guys, what's happening? What's happening? So excited to be here. Thanks for inviting me, ADP. I'm excited. It's always a pleasure coming on your panel. I'm so grateful every time you invite me, and it's always a blast. So, thank you. What's up,
Thank you.
chat? What's up, chat? How you doing, chat?
Yes, chat. Hi, chat. How are you guys doing? So, guys, today we're just gonna do like a brief summary on some of Asia Wilson's impact to the game of basketball on and off the court. Even talking about just a little tad bit about her foundation, and then bring it all together into one big happy I don't know one big happy input, I guess to say. But
Yeah.
okay, so I want to say congratulations to the Las Vegas Aces 2025 champions for the WNBA. So we have to give our respect to them because it, it's so amazing to see a team bounce back like that after losing so many games and then go on a winning streak and make it to the playoffs, then become champions in that same year. That's amazing. That's how you know it was meant for them. You work hard for it. This is what you get. You get a championship.
Yep.
So I'm very proud of Las Vegas Aces for that. So I wanted to talk a little bit about Asia Wilson's impact. So we'll start by talking about how's Asia Wilson's impact with South Carolina. So for me, I want to give you guys a little bit of facts or whatever, and then I'll let So Pretty Tony do her magic touch and follow up. So first, I would like to say part of Asia Wilson's impact is that she led the program to its first national championship in 2017. She also was an NCAA champion, and she was the most outstanding player of that tournament. She was also the national player of the year, and she was her selection was in 2018, and she won the Naismith, the Wade, and the Wooding Awards. Set player of the year. She was the first in the league history to be a three-time winner in all, and it was a consecutive season from 2016 to 2018. She was also a four-time All-American, and she has a statue, guys. Asia actually has a statue. If that doesn't speak volume, then I don't know what to tell you guys.
Yep.
Also, you know that her jersey got retired this year. Number 22 got retired at South Carolina. And yes, guys, she does have many more accomplishments, but I just wanted to show my appreciation to Asia Wilson with how she played in the basketball world and a little bit how she does off the court, but just let the players know that we appreciate them when they have worked their butts off to get to a championship. Mind you, she's a four-time MVP. Holla, let's give her some shout outs for that. And I mean, just 2025, Asia has been holding down. Her accomplishments are just so amazing to me. Just to see someone the way they play, their determination, to make things happen and bring our team together. So pretty Tony, for you, what do you feel like Asia's impact was with South Carolina?
Just the ability to be a huge um wingspan. Uh, when you look at how tall and lengthy Asia is, she can cover a lot of ground. And covering that ground allows her to do multiple things on the floor, just as you see in the W.
Mm-hmm.
Her energy spells a lot also. It spells a lot because the players feed off of that. She gives her teammates confidence to be able to do things that even they didn't think that they were able to do.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't make a shot. Oh, well, keep shooting it. Why would you not shoot it? Why would you hold back? So I think that her impact with South Carolina, not only bringing something of a, bringing championships to them, but just bringing the mindset to stay focused and poised at the same time and not allow anything to subdue or send them in a tangent in any way, shape, or form is amazing. You got to think when she was there too, there were always little rude comments being said about what those players look like.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't as bad as the team from Rutgers, right? But nevertheless, you always have someone spilling out what players look like, how they walk, how they talk, and just different things like that. But for the most part, she did her job. She did her job, and that impact with crashing the boards and being dominant in the paint, as well as building herself to get that jumper how she wanted just right, afforded her to do some things, but just crashing the boards and getting those putbacks was amazing. You give it to her, her wingspan is so huge, spreads the floor, and it allows her to do work, allows her to do so much more. So yeah.
And I also think that this is, guys, to me, this is how I feel like her leadership starts to begin is at South Carolina, because she's starting to show it as she improves in this, as far as her being at South Carolina. So she's learning what it's like to be because you got to know what you're doing to lead, because it's not just you're leading the people around you. So this is the beginning of her leadership, and the way that she's so determined and she doesn't give up. She doesn't have time for excuses. That's the way I see her. She doesn't have time for excuses. She gets the work done. If she doesn't do it right, she go back and she perfects it. It's just as simple as that. And so this is how we go into So Pretty Tony. How does she contribute to the success of the Las Vegas Aces? What is it about her, A'ja Wilson, that she contributes to the Las Vegas Aces? And for me, I would say, she has great offense and defense, of course. She elevates and appreciates her teammates. So basically, for me, the answer to the question is her leadership. The way that she leads her team, the way that she carries herself. And yes, she is great on offense and defense. You got to have that, right? But it's like, for me, A'ja is able to seal, sign, and deliver on and off that court. Yes. And if you don't know A'ja's game, go back and check it out. That's why I told So Pretty Tony it started at South Carolina, because anybody can try to lead, but it takes a great leader like A'ja Wilson to appreciate her teammates enough to say, I'm not all that. Without you guys, I can't be successful, because that's true. She can't get on the court and play by herself, play a whole nother team with a whole bunch of players, just her and nobody else. She has to have that team, and a team has to have a leader, and they have to have a leader that they respect. But if you go in there with that, it's all about me world, and you're going to have to do what I say, then you're going to have players, you won't have no championships. They're not going to tell you point out blank they're not going to play, but you'll see the effect on the basketball court. And that's what played a major part in these playoffs and this championship game. It was A'ja Wilson's leadership, guys. Her leadership allowed the players that are around her, which is like her family. She might be a tough cookie. A'ja don't play. You acting up, she gonna call you out in the presser. Look, at halftime, she gonna let it be known. And she doesn't care, because at that point, look, we're supposed to work together, not apart. So I think for me, without Asia Wilson's leadership, without her humility and her determination and her hard work, she's not able to inspire. Because in order to inspire people, you gotta have the proper characteristics to do that. And that's what make great leaders. Great leaders are not just people that just win a game. Great
Right.
leaders are when they bring everybody together to win. I win, we all win.
Yep.
She's not selfish, she's unselfish. And man, she ain't no joke. You see that last shot in that playoff game?
I sure did, ma'am. In game, was that game 4? Game
I think,
3?
yeah, game
Game
three,
3.
or I think it was game 3.
It was game 3 because they won it in 4. So it was game 3. But I mean, I'm gonna say
Yeah.
this for me.
Okay, for you, Sultan. Yeah.
Her scoring and for her leadership with her team and how she impacts the Las Vegas Aces is her scoring and the offensive that gives that offensive leadership dynamics. It allows her to push the tempo, grasp a team in a whole. She's that go-to person. When you're that go-to person, you are her. You are her, regardless to what anybody say. You are downright her. Ain't nothing else to be said about it. It's the rebounding presence that she have when she's able to get in there. But even so, if she's doing the scoring and she's already your leader in that aspect, we all know that, right?
Right.
Establishing how she gets her buckets, the way she picks certain moves and positions and block spots and turns situations in at every angle allows her to do so much. So they know that if they give her the ball, she's a go-to. She's a sure bucket.
Right. Great IQ. Great basketball IQ.
The consistency of clutch performances also. Let's not forget that.
Oh yeah. Oh yes. In clutch moments, yes,
In
she's
clutch
a
moments,
fireball.
yes. In clutch moments, she's
Time.
your help. She's your help. She helps the team in all those critical clutch moments, and she's able to get them out of a jam no matter what. Late game performances is her thing. It was very evident. We see it all the time, but it was very evident in the playoffs this year. It's important to bring up the playoffs that just ended and them winning the championship, because every round of this playoffs was a battle for the Aces. They weren't able to just walk away with a win, although they swept in the championship round 4 straight. It wasn't 3 of the 4 games were tough fought games. They just happened to come out on top. And I would have to give it to their opponents who did such a great job. But the consistency of being able to go to her in those critical moments to seal the deal for the game and taking pressures off of everyone else, she's that clutch person. She is not that one that will fold, falter, or break. She stands tall on all 10 toes, on all cylinders at all times. And she expects the same from her team. So if she's going to give you the best of her, then you too have to give her the best of you. That's for instance, a game winning or a game sealing shot or big rebounds in tight contests are always those things where when you're going to Asia, you're going to get that from her on a consistent basis. And you need a player. Every single team needs a player like that, regardless, hands down, regardless. If you don't have a player like that, you find yourself in a pickle. The ability to maintain high standards consistently is her.
Right.
It's amazing. I wouldn't take that from her. And then my last point on there when it comes to her is really the execution her execution on the play setting, right?
Right.
When she set those screens, she set a screen. She executed them extremely well. She accepts because she's so tall and long. When she expands, she doesn't weigh a whole lot, but she's still strong and she's dominant. She's going to get to that bucket and she's going to make it happen. But her wingspan allows her teams to get around on that curl, getting to the bucket or creating space to get her either they will either drop her a bounce pass or come around, continue to go to the bucket and give her a scoop pass or just lob it and it's right there. So there's multiple situations where when you're giving the ball to A'ja, that allows her to use her wingspan and be such a big presence. Leadership by far is number one. We know that. Clutch mindset, number two. Mental toughness. You got to have mental toughness.
You really do.
Yes, in these clutch situations. And then recognizing and having the visibility to understand where you are and where your players are at all times.
Right.
Hands down. So that's my take on A'ja and her ability to lead the Aces and her impact on the Aces as well. And off the court, let me give a tidbit of what she does off the court. Leadership by example as well.
Okay.
Her deals, very professional, very clean, very sleek. Still communication and do things with her teammates, check on them, support them, make sure that they're doing what they need to do, but more so her ability to make sure that they're mental. Mental is there.
And she's very passionate about mental health too.
Yes.
She's one of the ones that's also passionate about mental health. If you guys don't know, chat.
Yes. It's very important.
Yeah. Because that mental got to be straight before you hit that court. I always say that. And it takes the right people to be around you too.
Yeah.
To understand your mental. And
fan engagements. Yeah. That too. So you have that, and then fan engagements and engagements with your fans and making sure that they're a part of who you are and representing your team, right? Because the city gonna come out and they're gonna put on for you, and as they come out and they put on for you, you have to pour in that love, and you want your teammates to be able to do the same. That's the sponsorships, that's the morale, right? And with that comes all of the other accolades, which are the medals, the ribbons, the shirts, all of the other things that you get. All of that comes in 10 times fold. So, yeah.
And that comes from like you cannot be selfish. That comes from being unselfish with others, and not just even being unselfish with yourself. Because sometimes we can fall into traps like that. Hey, I'm the big dog on this team. I don't need nobody. I can do this. I can do that. Y'all just listen to me, and this is how it's gonna go. But the fact that she takes in consideration of the player's mental, because it takes the right people to also add to that Band-Aid, and help you through it so that you can get on the court and be your best. You can't be your best if everything is all going crazy and just say, oh, let this player just go play ball. But the fact that you got a leader like that, and I'm going to touch back on something where how she has inspired some players that, have come to her team. And you just see a big difference in these particular players. I wanted to just talk briefly about the Asia Wilson Foundation, guys. If you don't know about her foundation, please go check it out. Her and her parents are a big part of this. This is their organization, and this is the reason why Asia Wilson started this foundation. So, as a WNBA champion, MVP, and Olympic gold medalist, Asia Wilson has solidified her place as one of the basketball's brightest stars. Her journey from college dominance of the University of South Carolina under guidance of Coach Don Staley to becoming a leader in the WNBA is a testament to her hard work, resilience, and love for the game. But Asia's impact goes beyond the court.
Yeah.
Through the Asia Wilson Foundation, she is dedicated to empowering young girls facing challenges like dyslexia and mental health struggles. The foundation creates opportunities for these girls to build confidence, find support, realize their full potential. Inspired by her family and mentors, Asia believes in the power of community and giving back. Off the
Right.
court, she channels her creativity into her candle business and dedicates herself to youth development, proving that success is about more than just wins. It's about
Mhm.
making a lasting impact.
Yep.
Asia extends her gratitude to those who supported her doing that way. And she invites you to be inspired by her journey, whether on the court or in her community. Asia's story is a reminder to chase your dreams, overcome obstacles, and uplift those around you. Guys, you can check this out on the Asia Wilson Foundation.org. Is good information to know. I think that's very important to know that about Asia Wilson. It says a lot, and it just touched back on everything that me and Miss So Pretty Tony said about her Asia Wilson's character. On and off the court, it makes a difference. And I was like, wow, wow, just wow, just
Yeah.
amazing to appreciate the village that helped you to want to start your own village to help others. She don't have to do that. She didn't have to do that, but she did because right. So I'm gonna put some icing on the cake. So Pretty Tony, I see that pot boiling up. It's firing up. What I'm getting ready to ask you, are you ready?
I'm
Okay,
ready.
so okay, what I want to ask you before we get to our last point
Uh-huh.
is Asia Wilson a legend or is she just a regular basketball player?
Of course she's a legend.
Is she creating her legacy or is she now a legend with being a 4-time MVP basketball player and what she
Mhm.
does off the court as well?
I
Has she
must.
built her legacy yet? Or is she still walking into her truth?
Okay, so you got a lot of entities in there. Asia, no, that's good, right?
Oh, okay, okay.
Asia is definitely a legend, but she's also still creating because she's still playing.
Mm-hmm.
As someone that's still playing and is dominating the game the way she is, and she is the best player in the world.
Mm-hmm. She top.
There
And
is no one like Asia Wilson
nope.
right now. Just like there's no one that's a Cheryl Swoops. There's no one. Let's make sure we pull this mic a little bit closer. And with that being said, let's even change the color because I want my color to match your screen. There we go. Right?
Yes.
There is absolutely no one that can take anything away from any of the players prior to Asia and that have all of these huge accolades. But no one has done it greater than Asia right now. Asia has outscored
Mm-hmm. The NBA and the WNBA in the playoffs, right?
NBA and WNBA players in a playoff game. Answer your question. Is she the best? Is she a legend? Or is she still growing? She's a legend and she's still growing.
There you go, so pretty.
There's still more
yes.
that she has to offer this game. There's still more that she's going to feed us. There's still more that at this point, I don't know who will be able to catch her.
You know who I'm saying, because, and I'm saying that because they are we call her Auntie for a reason. Yep. Auntie Asia for a reason. And you know who I'm getting ready to say, because they have so many characteristics. It is crazy. And if you don't catch it now, guys, you're missing out. This big girl brought up a very good point. So pretty, Tony. I'm getting ready to say Miss Angel Reese. And the reason why I say that is that Wall Street picture that they did together. It spoke a lot of volume.
Girl,
and if you missed it, look, go back and look at it again. Go back and look at that picture again. It was a statement, guys. It was a statement to the world. Yes, Asia is Asia and Angel is Angel, but daggone it, they got some bad characteristics. They both are dogs. They both are willing to learn. They're both determined. The leadership, the IQ, it's just a lot of the same characteristics that they have. And yes, Angel will have a little bit of her style, and Asia wasn't going to continue to create more style. So, but I'm saying that's the only one. I know it's other people that can play like Asia, have different stuff, but that daggone Angel Reese, y'all better be careful. Y'all better put some respect on her name, because Asia has set the blueprint out.
Yes,
and only the ones that are determined will be able to grab and adapt to that blueprint. And I have not seen that in all the players. You have to have a dog mentality. You have to have an IQ on the court. That daggone Angel Reese vision, man, whoo, she got a vision on that court, just like Auntie.
Yep. So actually, for Asia and Angel, that's mom and daughter. She said that.
Yes. Like, oh, she mama. Cause see, I don't know who mama and Auntie.
She said that's my daughter. Angel got so many mamas in the W. I love it. And she got a lot of aunties that's not in the W, because we aunties right now. We aunties. Asia, Asia, I could be your auntie too. I'm just gonna say that, right? I could be your auntie too. I look good for my age, but I could be your auntie too. You know my age. But I'm gonna reiterate. I'm going to reiterate this.
Okay, go ahead. So pretty.
Asia Wilson is not just on her way to being a legend. She's already one.
Mm-hmm.
Her career is still active,
mm-hmm.
which means she could end up as one of the greatest players ever to play the WNBA. Can you imagine being in this era, right? And I've been through some eras. At this age, you get to see a lot. But I'm still young, though.
Yeah, she's still young, guys. We're young. Forget Jacob.
You want to make sure that you pay close attention to players, because it's not just about the game. It's bigger than the game. It's bigger. It's bigger than the game. It was bigger than the game for Asia. She just wants to play the game, but it's bigger than the game.
Yes.
For Angel, it is bigger than the game. She
Mm-hmm.
wants to play that game and she wants to give it her all. And there's a lot she want to do for the game. But she's going through some trials and tribulations right now within the league team that she's playing for, the league organization in which she's playing for, or said their players that she played for, i.e., her first season. Now here we are, the second season. I think that almost has kind of deter how the league will depict whether they're going to give her a spot on an all team or all defensive team or all offensive team, any of these things that we've seen come out, right?
Mm-hmm.
But for Angel to be able to admire the women she admired and mimic her game after Asia and
Yes.
others,
Mm-hmm.
she has taken a bit from, and you've heard her, and then you watch her play, and you can see that she has truly embodied taking something from each of her favorite players and implementing
Yeah.
it in her game.
She said
And
she watched
Asia,
film, and it shows.
yeah,
She watched film.
yep.
She ain't just watching film on Chicago Sky Guys.
No,
She
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 watching
don't
on
watch
everybody. She
Asia.
has to watch it on everybody. She
Yeah.
has to watch it on everybody in order for it to be important for her. You can't, as an athlete and as a basketball player, or if you're a football player, or
Right.
you run track, or you play tennis, any sport you play, rugby, I don't know, you
Mm-hmm.
name it, baseball, soccer, anything, croquet,
Yeah.
you have to study the game. And the best way to study the game is to study your opponent.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So
Yes.
if you
But
don't
remember,
study your
so pretty
opponent,
Tony, when they played, remember when she first played her the first time, she was starstruck. Her and Camilla, they were like
well,
starstruck.
I
You think
don't
it was, I
think
thought it
they,
was
yeah, I don't think they was starstruck. I think it was like, wow, I'm getting ready to play against Asia Wilson,
oh, okay. Okay.
right? Because you got to remember, Camilla's been around Asia has gone to South Carolina while she was there. Asia has been a part. Asia is the the unknown of playing somebody that you do have the utmost respect for. And Angel said it best. Everyone she's played against that's a GOAT, she has given them their homage. And like she said, it's you see them and it's like, wow, man, I'm about to play Asia Wilson. But shit, she about to catch this work right now. Whatever I can give her, she about to catch it. I'm gonna do my best to do my business, and she gonna catch this work. Now afterwards, it's like, dang, there she is. I love her. So now,
Yeah.
but Asia is Asia. Asia, like I said, she's on her way to be a legend, but she's already a legend. So you
Mm-hmm.
can't even say she's on her way to be a legend because she's already a legend. She's elevated women's basketball to its peak that I don't know who will be able to take that over and play consistently like that year after year. Bigs sometimes don't last that long in the league. Let's just put it that way. If you do and you sustain it, because you will take time off, come back, and find ways to take care of your body. I'm always going to go back to you being able to equate to taking care of yourself, because the more you take care of yourself and the different things you do to balance yourself out, the longevity of you playing is there. And it's
Right.
very important. So that's it in a nutshell. And I'm gonna say this. You can sit here and you can try to compare Asia with any of the other legends you want. You can go with the greats of Lisa Leslie and Candace Parker. And I'm using those two names because right now they're the ones that's visible. They're around. And they are legends of the game. And they have played that particular position And so that's another reason why you speak on them, because that's the position they played and they know it very well. Point forward. I think I heard someone said that Candace Parker said that she don't believe in point forwards. Candace, cut it out. Candace, cut it out. Candace, you, in a sense, in certain areas of your game, that's just what you were. And have you put it on the map? Maybe you have, maybe you haven't. I mean, that's probably more than likely not what they called it back then, but this is where we are, and we're calling it this day and age. And trust me, you're not that old. You are not older than me. So I'm going to tell you, they didn't call it that back in the day, but that's what it is now. So words evolve, people change, and so do things. And as they evolve and people change, it becomes as the world turns. When the world turns, you see different things as that world turns, because we're evolving. And Asia is the world turn.
Yes.
She has evolved the game in that position. And we want to make sure she continues to get the homage for what she's done, what she's going to do, and where she's going to finish. And I'll end on that.
Great job, So Pretty Tony. Nobody could have said it better. And you see how smooth she put that out there, chat. You know, guys. So I
love this game.
So, guys, I have one more thing to address. So Pretty Tony, with everything that we talked about with Asia, how is Asia Wilson changing the game for the next generation of WNBA players?
She's stretching them to the limits, right? She's letting them know that you can do more.
Yes.
She's letting you know that there's more to your game than just being defined by what someone say you are, or by what a coach make you limit to. One thing about Becky Hammons is a person that's like Kim Mulkey. You will elevate your game every time you touch that floor, because it is expected of you. It's expected of you to do things that no one's never done. Reach beyond areas you haven't touched yet. And that's the steady evolvement of the game you're playing, whether it's basketball, football. It's something, and someone will come out and will do something different. And although it may seem like, or it might look the same, it's not the same.
Right.
But I've seen that before. Yes, you've seen it before, but have you seen it this great?
Right. Yes. Yes.
Have you put the sauce on it?
No, she put the sauce.
Have you seen it and look as good and as healthy? Let's not forget healthy. As healthy as it is.
She gives her body rest. She takes care of her body.
Because, hey, longevity is the key. If Asia plays 5 more years, 6 more years, 5 more years, whatever the number is, and she still takes care of her body and she looks this good, there's not many ailments that she will have when she reached my age. There's definitely not many ailments that she would have when she reached my age and she started walking. Her knees aren't going to buckle in and go from being straight and level to looking like we walking and our knees are touching. That's a little joke, guys. That I don't mean that literally, but I'm just saying, you take care of your body. And if you know most lengthy basketball players, tall, I'm not very tall at all, and I still got knee problems. So you can imagine the real tall ones, the knees, boy, the knees, because they do a lot of jumping. And I say that because they pounce and pounce and pounce on those knees. And you see those abrasions within those ligaments and stuff in between those kneecaps. You look at that kneecap, man, it's just like this. It's bone. And man, you look in between that, you got them gristles in between there, man, them ligaments, and you will wear them down. The discs that's in between there, they get worn down. And it's, man, you think to yourself again when you get to be up here and say, man, the game was great. I love the game. In the back of your man, I can't believe I did all that pouncing on these knees. Man, these knees are these are bad little monsters I got. These kneecaps are something else. But longevity, guys, that's my joke for the day. But longevity is the key. You gotta figure out a way to keep yourself together, keep yourself healthy, eat right, balance yourself out with what you're doing.
Your body rest when
there are, as you say, maximizing the 24 hours. Maximizing the 24 hours is also something that I do. As you know that ADP, I'm a person that don't sleep. I'm a person that's always moving around and doing a lot. And I'm over here and I'm over there, and then I'm work all day, and then I'm here, and then I love what I'm doing. Let's just put it that way. I love everywhere I am and I will be, and what I've done in my life so far. And so I understand maximizing your 24 hours, because maximizing your 24 hours is something that you must do to be successful, especially as an athlete. So I commend A'ja Wilson for being the beast she is. She is a beast, and I won't take anything away from her. And last thing I will not do is allow anybody to defame her, depict her, or try to say that she's undeserving, because she is very deserving. She has worked her butt off, and it shows very, very clear. Now, will the young ones, and I think that was one of your questions, how has her impact has taught the young ones in the league? I think they look at her and they see the greatness in her, but they see the hard work. So as they can see that hard work does pay off, you will hope that they will gravitate and they will do the same. Like a Kiki Arifin. Kiki Arifin loves A'ja. She adores Angel. When you think about it, she loves her post players that have come before her, and she has said it. And Kiki Arifin is another athlete I am going to spend more time following Kiki and watching some of her games, because I love her game. I love how aggressive she is, but she does it also with grace, exactly like someone we know named Angel Reese. But they're two different players. They have two different styles, but they're both beasts on the boards as well. They're beasts on the boards. They, make their way to get it done. And like she said, man, every time I turn around, Angel's another record. Every night is a new record. I can't keep up.
But at least she know when A'ja come. What she say? She know she got to work then.
Yeah, it's just like, but I love just the dynamics of these ladies. I love what they're bringing to the table. I love the energy of the W as a whole. You got to remember being around when the W started and watching it unfold and build itself, and having the amount of teams that they ended up getting to, and they got to the heights of it, and then they came to the lows, and now they're bringing it back up to the heights, and watching it through and through, and the league before that, and and watching these players. I think that every player, every generation has something that they can learn, and they need to invest in learning and doing just that, and not feeling like they know more, because when you feel you know more, then nobody needs to teach you anything, and that's when you remain the same. And you got to have coaches that are in your bag, that are in your corner, then they're in your pockets. They're in your back pockets telling you, you better get moving, and teaching you how to be a much better player than you are, pushing you to your limits. And then once they push you to your limits, they push some more and they get more out of you. Because just when you think that you've done it all, you haven't. That's where we are in life, period. That's a job. That's just being a being, a human being, period. It's being a being, a person, not a place or a thing, but it's being a being and always constantly elevating yourself for the place or thing. You can't get it done. You can't, there is no place or thing without a being. Right? Who's gonna buy, who's gonna build, who's gonna, do all the things that allow that place or thing to function. So it's a being, it's a person. So everyone has to be ready to evolve and always constantly growing and learning. Again, just when you think that you've learned it all, you don't really know it all, because there's always more. Yes, and you're going to find someone that knows more. Reading is definitely fundamental, but sometimes reading doesn't teach you everything you know. It gives you the analytics of things, but you have to have more than just that. You have to pay attention to the world, and you have to hear others to make a sound decision, because sometimes noise is just noise. And how do you silence that noise and calm the waters? You have to figure out a way to make it an even playing field for yourself. And that's how you do that. You evolve. That's why they say there's a stairway to heaven. It's always climbing. I can't sing though, but I'll attempt every now and then, because I love music. But I can't sing. No, but I'm here.
Yes, guys. So pretty. Yes, so pretty told me own it, don't she, guys? And that is just great how she wrapped it up, how she put it all together and brought it to you guys. Also, for me, for the next generation, guys, if you want to know how that's doing, check out her foundation. Check out check this out. Liz and Jewel Lloyd. Those are two perfect examples. If you want to know what not Angel Reese, but what Angel Wilson is doing for the next generation, use those two players as an example. They came from two different teams. They were dealing with a lot. We're not going to get into it. We don't know the actual thing. Hey, everybody made mistakes. Everybody got to move on. And that's exactly what these two young ladies did. They were given a second chance no matter what. I don't care about who fault this. I don't care about none of that. I don't want to hear that noise, guys. Stay off my scholar. I'm just saying.
Get off us. Get off
it. But those are two great examples, because they were on two teams and it was time for a change. Sometimes it's just time for a change. And this is how you know you make the right changes. When you go to a team with a great leader. When you go to a team with a great leader, that great leader is going to take you in. So it's going to be blood, sweat, and tears, because they're not going to play with you. They're not going to sugarcoat it. They're going to keep it real. But what's a blessing is the fact that they care about your feelings. They will take your feelings into consideration, because you are who you are. You know what I'm saying? You can't destroy a person's character just because you're in the lead. You know what I'm saying? You have to help them bring it out. Hey, listen, I got your back. We're going to get through this together. That sometimes, guys, let me tell you, and I always say this, sometimes a kind word, it could be one thing that can trigger that person to do their best on the court. That's why it's important to have the right leader in that position to do that. And that's what Asia did with Liz and with Jewel Lloyd. So
Yep.
take those two as an example. Take them because they're still growing. They're still young and coming and the young ones that are gonna come into the league. Take note of that, guys. Make sure, guys, chat. You have kids that love sports or they're playing any type of sport, use Asia as an example for its leadership, determination, and just, oh my gosh, teachable. That's very important. If you want to learn something in life, you gotta have a teachable spirit. You gotta want to be taught, like so pretty Tony said, you're gonna keep growing. You're not gonna know everything. You think you know better than, and then here goes somebody else coming in now, and you be like, dang, they sure do know better than me. What you gonna do about it? You gonna cry or you gonna fight and move forward? Hey, look, I'm emotional, but I'm a firefighter at the same time. You better look, you cry them tears while you working hard. That's what you do, right? And
That's
you'll
right.
continue to elevate. You can't stay stuck. So yeah, guys, Asia Wilson has definitely paved the way. She has definitely been a great leader. It shows, and she is, like so pretty Tony said, she's very much a legend. Some I know some gonna have their little moments and try to challenge that, but you can't challenge greatness. You like so
Right.
pretty Tony said, you can't take nothing away from Asia Wilson. Asia Wilson is her. She showed it. The team was losing. They come back together. That's why I say it would have to be a team. One of the things I kept saying, they have to want it and they have to play together. And
Yep.
that's exactly what the Las Vegas Aces did. And with a leader like Asia Wilson. And like she said, the first thing when she gets her awards, the first, hey, it's not even about me. I want to thank my team. Come on, leader. I want to thank my team
Let's go,
for
leader.
myself. Guys, you know that they got them. See, we share them characteristics because
Let's go,
people
leader.
always putting others before themselves. They always look out for others before themselves. That's just me. People be like, "Oh, you always cheering and cheering and cheering." Where everybody else at? A true leader don't need all that, guys. A true leader listens, follows, watches. That's what they do. Put others before themselves. Because guess what? While they putting them others before themselves, you think they're not learning something too? Oh, you learn a lot.
You learn a lot.
You learn a lot. So,
Absolutely.
and that's what Asia did. I haven't heard anybody say anything ever. And I'm just coming back to the W, but I haven't heard anybody say anything disrespectful or bad about Asia Wilson. You got
Right.
the naysayers, but they talking about some other stuff. But for her leadership and her character,
Yeah.
put some
Gotta
respect on
watch
Asia
that.
Wilson's
Watch
name.
that ish.
Asia Wilson is her. The best is yet to come for this young woman, and she's gonna keep dominating the game of basketball. She just gave y'all all these flavors. Now watch how she come with that triple flavor for the next year. I mean, if we have a season, guys. This is why it's important to
Yep.
pay those players. Pay them what you're never gonna pay anybody what they totally deserve, but whatever they told you they want, give it to them. Because we're gonna fight
That's
with
right.
them. The fight we stand with our players. Um, thank you so pretty Tony for coming
You're
on the show
always
today.
welcome.
Guys, let me tell you something. She got this magic touch, and all my sisters do. Elle and Keisha, when they have me on the panel, they just got this magic touch when it comes to ADP to help ADP flow better. And because ADP be real nervous, but I just thank God for that. Trust me, I'm watching them, so I'm taking notes too from everybody, even my big bro Clyde and K-Step. I'm taking notes and I'm learning. A closed mouth don't get fed, and
Don't
I'm
get
so
fed.
quiet, guys, with asking stuff. So, uh, so now I'm starting to come out my shell and start opening my mouth. So guess what? These podcasts are gonna be lit. You know how ADP coming. I just want you guys on this next episode. I really need you guys to join in. I have to check with my other sisters about this show and make sure we're not clashing with our shows. But our next title is going to be about the Detroit Shocks.
Hey,
We're taking it there. We're taking it to the bad girls because you need to know about the bad girls because some people have problem with them out on out on the floor doing what they need to do. Let's just say AT. You got a problem with AT. You know, AT can, yes, she can, but let me tell you, it was somebody else that was tougher than AT that was getting on that floor, and they were called the bad girls for a reason. But they won 3 championships, okay? But
that's right.
Thank you guys. I need you to like, share, and subscribe to both of our channels. So Pretty Tony, Court Vision with So Pretty Tony channel. Like, share, and subscribe to her channel. Make sure you go over there and watch her videos, guys. We put the hard work in there. Come on, let's join together and continue to watch each other's podcast. Make sure you go to Cut the Is. Simply Ball Dropping with K-Sap, Steady Serving with Bro Clot, The Crash Out Room. You talking about a takeover? I have not. Let me tell you, I have not watched Hallmark, guys, since the YouTube streets been bumping like this. Since K-Sap done boiled that pot and he done put all the ingredients in there. And if you know, you know. And if you take heed, that's why you gotta have a teachable spirit. Because God will give a vision to a man. And it's a man or a woman, but it's very important that they take heed to and be obedient to it, because then their blessings come in there. And to bring me, Tony, Keisha, Bro Club, Brooklyn, and Miss D. Who else we got? Tulip Play. So many guys just to see how he bringing this community together. And we're different people. And we got our different touches, but that's what makes it great. Genuine people. When I say this community is genuine, what you see is what you get. There's no playing around. And when you find genuine people and you find genuine information, I always been told, stick to it. That's what I recognize. They got genuine hearts, guys. And we're just going to keep flowing with our podcasts, and we are going to catch you on the next one. Peace.